Okay, this is part 2 because clearly, I don't know, it won't go to YouTube. The video icon that somebody told me to download, or Video Pro or whatever it's called. Sorry, I just got out of the sauna and sponged off. Got dressed, was in there 20 minutes, and got very sweaty. All right, so I made a video before I went in, and I deleted the whole thing because I lost it. And I had just, prior to losing it, saying, I haven't cried today. And then I made some mention about my mother-in-law and lost it because I'm missing my mother-in-law pretty bad. And I explained how my mother lives in the same building as my mother-in-law did. And my mother lives upstairs. My mother-in-law lived downstairs. And my mother's got dementia and is a miserable person. And I've never been close to her. Never had a good relationship with her. And yet here I am, her caregiver. And I'd go over to visit with my mother and take things to her and just do stuff. But then I could go right downstairs and walk into my mother-in-law's and just sit down and vent. And she'd always have this calming, well, dear, you know. And she would just bring me down to earth. And what got me crying in the first video was that I was just saying that I don't have a mother anymore. So now I'm motherless. Never had a father, so I know how some of you feel. Anyway, my day has not been horrific. It's not good, but it's not horrific, so I'll take that. As you see, I walked 3 miles outside. Got that over with. Came home, ate lunch, took my Doxy, started burping and having the sour, burpy, burning feeling. It's subsiding. I had ordered, I told you, let me unplug because I'm losing my battery, but I'm going to unplug so you can take you with me. I ordered that little tea set for my granddaughter, and I'm a little disappointed because it's much smaller than I thought it would be. But here it is. Here's the little teapot, short and stout, with its little cups and its saucers in. It's, I mean, this is the creamer. Like, I mean, really, this is the creamer and this is the sugar. But it is all porcelain, which makes it special for her. So, I've got some things out. Some of my grandmother's old silver. I'm going to use some of her old silver. Got some of my grandmother's old glass plates. And this little duty, I was given this for my birthday probably 25 years ago or more. And I still have it. And I thought it's appropriate for a little Christmas tea. So I'm going to hopefully figure out when I want to do this. I thought maybe this weekend, but one of my grandson's birthday is Saturday. He turns 3, so they'll probably be doing something this weekend. And then next weekend is my birthday, and then the weekend after that's Christmas. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get it in there. By the way, somebody had mentioned that they burp and belch much louder than me. I'm holding it in. When I'm not filming, I sound like a monster. I don't hold it in. And ever since I had H. pylori years ago, I've always burping, belching, and loud. Okay, you can be done now. So anyways, there's the little tea set, and I'm trying to get enthusiastic about that. As I said, my sleep last night was horrid. I was up more than I was asleep, waking constantly. I don't know what causes that. I have no idea, but all I do know is that it's very annoying because when you battle all day long, okay, you can really shut up now. Sorry. Um, oh, wow. Wow, I really should not have twisted that. When you battle all day long, you'd like to be able to lay down and not have to battle all night long. And that's what I'm doing. I'm battling all night long too. So my night was bad, but today my head has just been a little bit here and there. And the fog has not been horrendous like it had been for a couple days. There were a couple days it was literally scaring me. It was so intense. And I had mentioned that I hadn't cried yet today, and then I ended up crying when I talked about my mother-in-law, so gotta let the dog in. Hold on. Chewy? Oh, come on. Sorry. So I'm not really quite sure what I'm gonna do about this Doxy. I've only taken one dose Monday, Tuesday, and today. 3 days. I've only taken one dose each day, and clearly my stomach is not caring for it. But I don't know what else to do. So I'm trying to detox. I'm going to use this sauna now that I'm up to 120 degrees, 20 minutes. I don't think I'll go hotter than 120. I don't think I need it hotter than 120. But I'd like to work up to 30 minutes and do that like 3 days a week. So I'll take tomorrow off, hopefully, and try again on Friday and see how it happens. I don't really have anything to say other than I'm grateful that my head is not as bad as it usually is. I'll take any little lift from it. Oh, necklace of the day. Necklace of the day. Tree of life. Family tree. Tree of life. Most of you probably buy jewelry for adornment. I don't. Not usually. Most of my, not all, but most of my pieces of jewelry are, and especially my necklaces and my bracelets, are, my earrings are not meaningful. Rings, bracelets, and necklaces are. My earrings really don't mean anything, but most of my rings and necklaces and bracelets have some meaning. As you've seen with all the necklaces I've shown you so far, is that they have meaning for me. They're not just for adornment. I don't know why I shared that with you and why you would even give a crap, but little bit of information so you get to know me better. I don't know how much I've told you about myself, but let me just give you a little quick. I was a nurse. I was a pre-K teacher and a program coordinator for a pre-K program for the first half of my life. Worked with children my whole life. Loved it. Loved it. Ran, you know, like I said, I was a program coordinator for a daycare center or a pre-K. And then at the age of, right before I turned 50, around 49, I decided I was in flux because I wasn't working. Well, I was working, but volunteer working. I was working at my kids' Christian private school, teaching 1st and 2nd grade. And I'd met, my mother-in-law had a home health aide, and I was at her apartment once and met this home health aide, and I was like, what is it you do? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that sounds like a meaningful job. Something, you're helping somebody, and it doesn't take a whole lot of intelligence. And so I took classes, got certified. I was certified home health aide and did that for about a year. And within that first year, I was like, I need to be a nurse. And I never thought about working in the medical field. Ever, never, never, ever. But doing home health aide made me realize I want to be a nurse. So I went to school, did very well, especially being that I was one of the oldest people in the class. Mind you, you're going to school with, 20-year-olds, and I was just turning 50. And then started working in a hospital, got a job immediately after I graduated and got my license. And I keep my license, by the way, every 3 years. You pay $75, so I'm a licensed nurse. I continue that because I think that someday I'll be able to do this again. Maybe I probably would never work in a hospital again, but I'd like to work in a doctor's office. Hey, Mrs. So-and-so, jump on the scale, take your blood pressure, poke you with the flu shot. I could do all that and feel like I was doing something, but man, I'm getting... Anyway, so that's what I did in between of raising my 3 children, my 3 perfect children. I have some of the greatest kids. Of course, I'm not prideful or anything. But no, I really, my oldest daughter, married, 4 children. Both of them are teachers. Beautiful home. Beautiful. Their basement is nicer than my whole house. Okay, they a beautiful home. They've just done really well for themselves. And they live about 8-10 minutes from here. Second daughter, married, 2 years now. They live about 5 minutes from here. They just bought a house last year, a year ago this summer. They may start a family next summer. They don't know yet, but she, at the ripe age of just turned 27, she's one of the editors of her company. One of the youngest ones there. She moved right up the ladder quick. She's very smart. We call her Little Lainey. She doesn't look anything like me, but she's got my personality. Headstrong, opinionated. Little Lainey. Even her husband calls her that. And then my youngest, my son. He's only, they're only 18 months apart. Him and my daughter, the second daughter. He shares an apartment with a friend of his. He works for UPS. He doesn't have a steady girlfriend. We keep hoping that he will. But we're proud of him. He's a good boy. He's a good man. Anyway, that's a little part of my family. And my husband, who's the saint. I don't want to make this very long, but I noticed in the last week, well, the last couple days, he's been very nice. And he's nice all the time to me. I mean, he puts up with nonsense from me. But he's been overly nice. And I think it's because I'm scaring him. I think he sees that I'm going downhill and that it's scaring him. I spilt some lemon juice on the floor this morning, and it was just a little bit. And, go sit down. I'll clean it up. I'm like, I can clean this up. No, I've got it for you. I'm like, okay. I think he's scared. I think he's worried. Can I make you some ginger tea? Your stomach's bothering you? Can I make you do I got fresh ginger. I'll crush it up and I'll make you fresh ginger tea. No, don't need to do that, honey. I'm okay. But I think that I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Bless me. I think he's seeing something. I've gotten worse. Anyway, I'm just kind of going all over the place today. Days are getting really long. I used to have the grandkid, or at least one of them over once or twice a week, just to keep me occupied, and I don't do that anymore, so I'm kind of antsy. I'm not one who can just lay in bed. As sick as I feel and as whacked as my head can be, I'm too antsy to just lay down. I can't stay. I got to be doing something. Oh, and some of you who nap, oh my God, what I would give to take a nap, to sleep. Oh, The young woman on Slice of Lime, she takes a couple hour naps. I'm like, what is that like? Oh my God, I would love to nap. Ain't gonna happen. Well, so that was my day. It's only 2:30, but that is my day. I walked my 3 miles. I've done some fiddle-faddling. I did the sauna. And now I'm done. Keep getting chest pains, but it's gas. Believe me, it's gas. Sometimes being a nurse is not a good thing because you self-diagnose yourself constantly. Like I'm not, I will say this on every video, I am not convinced that what's going on in my brain is all Lyme. I'm not convinced of it because it's so severe and so strange. And the tingling and numbness in my feet, the neuropathy in my feet has gotten really bad again. I noticed that the last couple of days, it's like they're just tingly and numb and just awful feeling. Awful. Rubbing them. I keep socks on them. Nothing helps. Anyways, okay, I'm boring you, I'm sure. So, God bless you. Oh, just got bad news. 2017 is sucking royally. Our assistant pastor had a kidney transplant 2 years ago. He had been on dialysis, and he was just rushed to the hospital. Just a few minutes ago, we got the text from the church that he's in surgery right now. They're removing the kidney. His body started to not refuse it, but anyways, he's in surgery, so I'm praying for him. And my girlfriend from high school, known her my whole life, her son's in the hospital, septic kidney. He's 27, same age as my second daughter. He was rushed to the hospital yesterday. I said 2017 is going to go out with a bam, isn't it? It doesn't quit. Jesus needs to come back really soon. And I'm loving that Jerusalem is going to be the capital of Israel. And that, am I saying that right? God, I got freaking brain fog here. Anyways, this is the generation. The people who were born in the 40s, that's the generation that's going to see Jesus' return. So he's got to be coming back soon. And I'm ready right now. Or now. Or now. Well, okay. He's coming. See you later. From me to you.